Hello everyone, this is Virtual PC User here. Today I'm going to be modifying my Super Game Boy with, if this camera film wasn't stuttering, sorry, I just dropped it. I drop things all the time. Normal for me to drop things these days as I'm aging. Just kidding, I'm 28 years old. Super Game Boy Clock Mod version 2.2, manufactured by quertymodo. I'll post a link in the description. Where you can get it, it's on Tindy.com. All you do is just search Super Game Boy Clock Mod Tindy, but I'll post a link in the description for you guys. Now the Super Game Boy, the processor is actually the same speed as the Super Nintendo, which makes it, actually it's a little bit faster than the original Game Boy speed. And the kit that I'm using for, well, the screwdriver kit that I got right here, let's see, I fixed it, what it says, to 24 bits, 64 bits of different screws. There's a tri-wing, there is the SIM card opener for phones and tablets that use the 4G or higher. And then there's these secure bit screws, which a secure bit screw holders, which is these two right here, the 3.8mm for games and 4.5mm for consoles. All different types of tools here. I think one of them is a SIM card opener, but I can't see in there very well. My glasses are kind of foggy. There's a T2. Let's see, there's a bunch of tri-wings there. So basically, this is 64-bit. This has 64 screwdriver bits plus the extender, which basically moves around like that, which is actually pretty cool. That way you can use it without having to so that way you can get to like hard to reach places, or in case if you already have like various hand issues like me. I am a very clumsy person at best, so please bear with me. So go ahead and pour on my soldering iron. Yes, that is the El Cheapo. Well, actually, it's not bad. It has a little LED light on it, which is nice. Okay, so here is the brains here. Over there is the processor, 128K of RAM. SRAM, excuse me. Let's see, there are a bunch of chips in here. I believe this one's the EEPROM right here, but I could be mistaken. But Sorry, it's a little bit blurry. This thing has really bad focus issues right now. So I'll do my best to get better. I hate this out of focus crap. I'm gonna prop this thing up too so that way you guys can see it a heck of a lot better though. Okay, there we go. I think that'll be better. Okay, so to remove SMT components, you're going to need lots of flux. Fortunately, I have some right here. Solder wick, which I always like using. And the thing you want to do is you want to lightly coat them, so that way. Do the same thing with resistor number 1 as well. Coat that just a teensy weensy bit. Add some right here because we're going to need to solder. Put some solder on that. I'll add just a little bit to C number 5 here so that way you can get better. So that way the installation of this board would be a heck of a lot easier. Like I said, here's the board right here. It's going to cause my phone to lose its focus. There we go. Okay, so that's the little board there. And let's go ahead and make sure that the soldering iron is not plugged in. I neglected to plug in my stinging soldering iron. Note to self, make sure everything's plugged in before you actually start the video. Now it's your turn on. Hello, LED should turn on. There we go. Alright, so this is going to be a really crappy video of the process here, but oh well. And the only tripod I have is just the screwdriver kit that I have for my bike, which I really need to fix sometime because the come on, no, don't slide. Okay, I think that'll be a lot better. Let's go ahead and move that out of the way. Okay, so if you can see it alright, well, the light is green. That means it's heated up all the way. Let's go ahead and remove capacitor number 5 here. 15, whatever. Head. In fact, let's get the flight tip screwdriver so I can try to push the capacitor out of the way. Or just soldering it. There we go. Where's the capacitor? Oh shoot! Never leave it on components for a long period of time. Otherwise, it's going to break. Okay, there we go. Come on. There we go. Come on. Oh, this pad's actually not bad. Okay, so we got number... One second up here, if I could actually get the turn thing. There we go. This is the lead-free solder. I have some leaded solder, but I'm not really quite fond of using lead solder, especially right now. I have rabbits downstairs in my basement, and I do not want to kill them. I already lost one recently, so this is going to be a pain in the rear. And then some of that off of there because it put just a wee too much on there. Actually, these are actually going to be optional anyway because more of a suggestion to put that on there. Alright, so where is that little part here? Where it is? Okay, so let's see here. The thing would have been better if I added just a teensy bit of solder, right? And these pads here again. Okay, there we go. I think that should be a lot better now. So I'm going to slide this in. Just a teensy bit of it. Alright, so here is the solder job. It doesn't look really pleasing to me, but it actually doesn't look too terrible. I think I did a pretty good job. There's only one way to find out, and that is to test it and make sure that it actually physically works. Now let's go ahead and put it in the opposite way, and we'll secure it down with just the regular screws. And I got those regular screws right underneath my case, which I hate when you do that. And slide the alright. So I'll be right back. Alright, so this is going to be for the speed conversion between the regular Super GameBoy clock speed. Okay, so it's running at the original speed, which is like, I believe, I don't know me just read. Anyway, I'm gonna go fix that. So we have the correct speed. The original Game Boy right there, as well as the Game Boy Color and the Game Boy Pocket. I believe the Game Boy Advance also does the same thing too, but I think the Game Boy Advance probably has something on there that lowers the speed, so it'll be the correct speed for the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Game Boy games, the Game Boy Color Enhanced games, stuff like that. Oh, and the Game Boy Player. Don't forget that. This is the Super Game Boy, the United States version. I saw a Japanese import one time, like a couple years ago, at a local game store, and I don't know how much they wanted for it, but they wanted a big empty price for it. So I went online, and I was looking for clock oscillators for clock speed. Come on, focus. I can't get the text to work. Dang, I gotta fix that sometime. Anyway, this is quertymodo's clock oscillator mod, and pretty soon, once I get the iFixit kit from my local from my local computer store. Right now I have all the screws off. I used my good old flat tip screwdriver to get all 4 of them off of there. Okay, so in order to actually physically get the speed correct on there, and if you use the Hori controller for the Super Game Boy, excuse me. Okay, so what you do is you remove all 4 of those security bit screws, which are, I believe, 3.8 millimeters in size. The game consoles use 4.5 millimeters, but I believe I could be wrong on that one. I gotta fix that right along. If there's something right along inside that Super Nintendo, I gotta figure what that is. I've had the system for 3 years, and the Super Game Boy was actually one of the main devices I got because, one, I love to play games that have like the Super Game Boy enhancements, existing colors like this one. This one also has PCM sample here, Pauline say help instead of a cat meowing. Okay, so for this one, actually I have to fix the focus point. Okay, so the following components you will need to remove are this 510K resistor right here. And I can't remember what else I need to remove out there. I believe there's like a capacitor somewhere that needs to be removed. Like at my work notes on my phone here. If I can pull up the site easily. Okay, so actually 3 components that need to be removed off here. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see, R1, which is a 510K resistor right there. And then the other 2 come on focus, R7, which I believe it's also 510K. And then C15, which is that small tantalum SMD capacitor. So those 3 things you need to remove. And then this capacitor you don't remove. All you do is just add solder to it, and then you're good to go. And then the solder points right here for where the 510K resistor is at. You do the same thing. Normally I'll clean it up and then put some fresh solder on there, because that's me. And then you add some solder to this bridge, to this contact right here. So, in theory, you should get the speed that you want. Being careful not to break this package here again. I already got my teeth fixed, so I think I'm already good to go on that one. Okay, so this is revision 2.2. Now you can see the text. Oh, yeah. So it's Super GameBoy Clock Mod by quertymodo. It's on 10d.com, and you can ship internationally. So this is what it should solder onto. I don't know if you can see that right. So right where that tip of the capacitor is, where that resistor is, right where that one spot that I mentioned earlier, that's how you get it on there. Now there are other mods that you have to lift these, like a couple of pins off here carefully and solder wires to it carefully, of course. But the least beneficial portion of it is the if you have the Hori controller, especially imported from Japan, and I like to thank well, Nintendo especially for making a really nice Super GameBoy cartridge, because a lot of games actually do work for the Game Boy Color, but not 16 colors and more sound. Then this is your piece of cake to use. But the speed is really a bad factor in here. This thing allows you to use the Hori controller to control the speed, which is nice. And you don't have to damage anything. All I do is remove those three components, solder it on there. Alright, so here is test number 2. Was what the it would be better if the dum-dum would actually plug the cables in. That's why I need some aspirin. Game Boy with the Clock Mod number 2. See what the heck happens. Alright, so here it is again.